See like on a beat, boy.
Got me out the sewer, woke me out the stupor. That's when I learned that all I was pursuing was manure. I was looking up to a gang of rap peddlers. This breaded buck can never measure up to the ruler. Bible on deck, praise on 100. Digest tracks like it's razor blades in my stomach. Yelling God over money. I'm saved and I love it. Trying to shake the temptations like my name David Ruffin. Tried that without him. Hit rock bottom, now I got him. And he spared me like Lot out of Sodom. Locking on these devils like Rottweilers on piranhas. Anybody got a problem, they can holler at my father while I'm whipping through the city. Truth music on blast mode. Children of the light, get your life or get flashed on. Know that Christ keeping eyes on me like a chaperone. Snatch souls till it's 200 when I pass gold. God over money, boy, you know how I roll. Ask me how I did it, I say with my eyes closed. They say that God's good and my reply is I know. So when that same guy say to go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go.
Mission plus vision, add that up, oh yeah, it's mad time. Baptizing demons in holy water, it's bad time. God versus the devil, you already know the outcome. Lot of false prophets on the internet, I'm not one. Social media, that's where the blind lead the blind. So I give the website like my lastname.com. Once my OG tell me G.O. is game time, I'ma be on your head like new dreads, no hang time. Uno from the city where that voodoo be happening. And Satan got some riders, but his crew do be capping it. I flew through like and ooh, we after them. I'm Christ gang, God's on me. You knew we had to win. Satan steady hating, but the joke's on you. I be laughing to eternity. Ha 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 ha, true. I pray God bless whoever need it. I ain't gritty, no conceited, but I'm riding with the one that's undefeated. Yeah.
God over money, boy, you know how I roll. Ask me how I did it, I say with my eyes closed. They say that God's good and my reply is I know. So when that same guy say to go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, I go.
Against our lives, all praises to the Most High. Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the light of day.
Never see the light of day.
The dark keep gripping in my heart so long.
In my heart so long.
Now I think I finally found the way.
Found my way.
Even though I fought against all odds.
Coming up, rainy days always in the forecast. Robbing Peter, Pan, Paul, punting TVs for cash. We didn't have food stamps, they say mama made too much. We were picking between meals, we can call it brunch. Random dance off in the living room is where we come from. Mama trying to shake some just to keep the lights on. Candles lit, no, I ain't talking no vigil. Death to an innocence that was kept civil, yeah. Birth of a demon that kept my spirit triple. Swaying left and right, now I walk with Christ in the middle. 12 rounds, devil didn't waste no angle, nah. Pound for pound, he stay wrestling with my angel, yeah. Ooh, oh. Old thoughts taking over when you're trying to crown me, yeah. These laws loosen up, these shackles trying to bound me.
I never thought I'd see the light of day.
Never see the light of day.
The dark keep gripping in my heart so long.
So long, so long.
Now I think I finally found the way.
I found my way.
Even though I fought against all odds.
Against all odds.
According to the eyes, should have been dead or missing. Should have had me perpetrated, making victims. A repeat name in the system.
Back again? Nah.
I miss Washington, it's nice to meet you. Not reflecting on me, steady pointing the finger. While I blame everybody for everybody that I frequent. These failed relationships just become a pattern sequence. Bible grievance, entertaining demons. Shall I enter in the rest again and popping on the weekend? Pull a little something just to draw the weekend. Life flash before my eyes, ain't talking Nikon. Trouble in the way, should let bygones be bygones. We've been enduring many nights, moon reflecting off my tears. Yeah, it's some in my ears. One day you reap joy, I wipe the pain away. Make these trials seem like they didn't even last a day.
I never thought I'd see the light of day.
Never see the light of day.
The dark keep creeping in my heart so long.
Looking at my heart, yeah.
Now I think I finally found the way.
Alright.
Even though I fought against all love.
Fought against all lies. Fought against all lies.
Against all love.
I should have been dead.
Against all love. All odds I fought against
Fought against all lies.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
If you ever been delivered, you should clap your hands. If you ever been delivered, you should clap your hands. If you ever been delivered, you should clap your hands. You should clap your hands. You should clap your hands. If you ever been delivered, you should clap your hands. If you ever been delivered, you should clap your hands.
1, 2, 3, sing.
I never thought I'd see the light of day.
Never thought I'd see the light of day.
The dark keep creeping in my heart so long, yeah.
So long.
Now I think I finally found the way.
We found our way.
Even though I fought against all love.
All lies.
Wagwan dogging, Jamaican all over the world. Me got me dog Kenny Rivers, Caleb Gordon on the track. Drop the beat, no man. Phone on the not disturbing. I don't need no bothers. I'm just trying to replenish my energy with Abba in the wilderness. Trying to block out all the noise, trying to elevate. So I hear up all your voice. I need silence, silence, silence. Keep it silent. Devil trying to block what I be writing. Trying me, he's sending on his tyrants. Trying to kill my vibe, but he missed me. Too blessed, even though you dish me. That says it all about the God I serve. I don't care the love that you wish me. Shoot me with artillery, but it won't even work. Way too blessed to even care. Care about your drama. Way too blessed to even care. Care about no paper. Way too blessed to even care about what I'm eating tomorrow. Way too blessed to even care. Yeah. I'm way too blessed. I just got the whip, no cream. Got faith like mustard seed. No, there ain't no limit on the things that I can do. I know my God, he got my badge like a spine as long as up. Look, no, there ain't no stopping me. Wipe these demons off of me. Thoughts in my mind trying to tell me I ain't great enough, that I can't do it. Trying to shut me up, but it won't work. 10 toes down on the word. I don't got time to hear your lies no more. If it don't match with what my father say about me, yeah, I'm steady sweating lie like mosquito. Chilling with the Trinity on me go. Everywhere I go, he go. I hear him telling me though. This ain't Five Guys, ain't got no time to beef with you. I know the enemy gon' try to make a move, but he can't win, he not the one who created you. I realize the fight is in my thoughts. God promises I catch him on the back on touchdown. I see the punches of the enemy, so see the way I move. Got me feeling like I lead the way I'm popping weed. Praise the Lord, hallelujah, yeah, I'm free. When I think about my God, he been so good to me. All the crazy things he brought me through, that's what I sing. According to Messiah, my father handle everything. Brother died, he's the only one who died for me. And still came back to light the rock for me. That is why way too blessed to even care. Care about your drama, way too blessed to even care. Care about no paper, way too blessed to even care about what I'm eating tomorrow. Way too blessed to even care. Yeah. I'm way too blessed. This ain't Five Guys, ain't got no time to be with you. Way too blessed. This ain't Five Guys, ain't got no time to be with you. This ain't Five Guys, ain't got no time to be with you. My water straight from the throne. We built the altar with the unhewn stones. Roam through the city, all we see is these bones. So my face like flint till I wake a couple souls. A prophet hated by his own, so the father sent his son to bring the tribes of Jacob home. Jumping through these traps, cause they trying to see us gone. But we walking through the fire just like Daniel and his bros. From every sheep to her zone, we stay inside the book because the book is all we own. Heritage and you better hold it on. We like David fighting giants with no armor and a stone. We face east as a car home. We face east just to call home. We can't sleep till we all home. We won't rest till they all gone. So I guess that we be calling out they all bones. Bless the sea, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Make it Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the Zod, King, Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad, Nagin. Bless the sea, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Make it Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the Zod, King, Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad, Nagin. From Bereshit to the books in Greek, the dragon took the sheep. Man, the book complete. The father looked for peace, but we shook the beast. Now we up until our power put the hook in cheek. Shema, Yasha Allah, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ahad. He the tower till he give us the power of God. Though in the tower you will never devour our tribe. The Lord despised all you devils, your hours arrived. Blessed is he that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. I'm trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the sea. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad, Nagin. Blessed is he that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. Trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the sea. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad, Nagin.
Spent so much time getting this money, never realized them the faces of slave owners. Niggas a snake on you, he got shot in the face over slave owners. White people smile in my face, they the children of slave owners. They all fake, I hate them all, stole our history straight from us. Buying designer clothes from family trace back to slave owners. The Jewish man a bitch, they bought the land so we can't own it. They ain't get bought to slavery on no ships, like we ain't noticed. Deuteronomy 28, explain us leaving Cape Coast. Straight folks, they stole our name and our history straight from us. King James was black and Christ was too. Man, they straight bogus, but playing with the children's roulette while it's loaded. I pray your days closer, like bang, blow your brains open. The goal was keep us slaves with the paper. Putting drugs in the streets to keep us chasing. Yeah, keep the men out the house while they children stay growing. Make it war with each other so divisions stay focused. Control the media to make them hate us. If we teach them hate theyself, they'll never make it. Yeah, discriminate them at the job and lock them up for selling drugs. If we keep on teaching hate, they will never learn to love.
They put demons all in our face, rose up idols all in our state, destroyed our mind with all of they talent, all and they piling on what they hate. Now we dying so they've raised to teach us lies with all that they say. That goes from schools to the media, designed to change the way you think and the way you pray, the words you speak and the money you pay for the things you get and the people don't know. So we marry their kids and we change our codes and the things don't grow when the kids get rich, lose that money and the wife and kids and they start back over. This a trap for show, then they sell you music by the trap life. Seem like living in the trap life though. We don't get paid from the money they grow. We get pennies on the dollar, my bro. We get pennies on the dollar, my bro. Sometimes I really wanna holler at my bro. Tell them that we've been played on the low. We still slaves and they still own. We still slaves and they still own us.
The goal is keep us slaves with the paper.
Us.
Putting drugs in the streets to keep us chasing. Yeah, keep the men out the house while they children stay growing. Make it war with each other so divisions stay focused. Control the media to make them hate us. If we teach them hate theyself, they'll never make it. Yeah, discriminate them at the job and lock them up for selling drugs. If we keep on teaching hate, they will never learn to love.
It's time to put the children to sleep. Grab your strong drink. It's Wild Out Wednesday.
All right, yo, shalom. Can y'all hear me? Hold up, got my camera off. Hey, shalom, everybody. Shalom, Shemaiah, shalom, Boaz. Y'all bashing me out. Shabbat thumb to you,
Shalom,
brother.
everyone.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Can't complain. Enduring that one.
Hey, that's all we can do is endure. And big shalom to everybody who is in the chat, who's joining us tonight. Hey, Tawada. Shalom, Laha, Shanya, Ashara, Shabbat Yom. That's shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Hey, shalom. That's in the Paleo Hebrew. Again, I encourage everybody to start trying to learn our language. Start trying to learn our tongue, right? But anyhow, it's Wild Out Wednesday, so we go ahead, man. We go get it popping, we go get it cracking. We got some good things that we're gonna be talking about tonight. Before we go ahead and get into everything, let's go ahead and run through, do some shout outs real quick. I want to talk about the brother and his business, his smooth like butter. If y'all ain't cop some of that check, go ahead and get you some smooth like butter so y'all can be nice and moisturized. I don't want to see no ashy hands, no ashy ankles, no ashy feet at the next feast day. And I'm talking specifically about the sisters when y'all be putting them sandals on, man. I don't want to see the ashy feet, man. Don't want to see it. Put some of that smooth like
You ain't
butter
lying.
heels. You know what I mean? And make sure you must moisturize.
He said, I don't want to see it.
Man, come on. I have to, tell myself too, because sometimes I be having the ashy knuckles, man. I ain't go stunt. Sometimes my knuckles look like I've been punching. Y'all remember those salt rocks? Did y'all used to play with those when y'all was little kids? The little rocks that's like chalk that you can write on the ground with.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
oh, okay, I thought, man, y'all was about to leave me out there, man.
Nah.
All right, kind. So, and also make sure you go and cop the brother's book, Captain Jonathan, A Time After Forever. All right, good book. Go check that out. Support Israel. Hey, we gotta support ourselves, man, especially in these last days. If we don't support us, who will? We all we got. Hey, CMB, right? But in the meantime and in between time, let's go ahead. Let's get into some shout outs.
Shalom, Sister Joan Gilchrist.
Boy,
Shalom,
doing the
Boaz. Worldwide in. Shalom. Nadia, Shalom. Araya, Shalom. Captain Shaquat, Shalom. Prospect Araya, Shalom. Belen, Shalom.
I got you already. Sorry about that, Slagia.
Officer Kadar, Shalom. Be like Ant, Soldier Gary, Shalom. Pat Wolf, Shalom. Zahara, Shalom, sis. Shalom, Adawan, Kanal. I think that's Kanal too.
Yeah, kind. He got three of them up in there.
Yeah, you got like three.
All right, kind.
Princess Lahama, Shalom. I'm too busy, Shalom. Officer Yawasab, Shalom.
And Shalom to everybody who's gonna be joining us later or who's just gonna watch, the class at a later time. And again, I gotta give a shalom to my Amma who be, tuning in, checking in. She don't know how to type in the chat yet, but if she do, believe me, y'all would see her chats all day long throughout there. You know what I mean? But without further ado, so we go ahead and kick everything off, get everything started. Before we really get into the lesson, and if we do get some scoffers, I'm gonna let y'all know. Hey, we want all the smoke, man. We don't run from no challenges. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. So if a scoffer come up in here, hey, we want the smoke. Believe that. All right. We'll put the link inside the chat. You are more than welcome to click it. Get on. Right? Don't just be a keyboard warrior and just put your comments in the chat. Accept the challenge. Hit the link and come on in, and we can dialogue and discuss it like grown-ups. Also, I almost forgot. We are supposed to be having a debate on the 10th On the 10th. I'm gonna start plugging that right now. We're gonna put the flyers up as soon as it is confirmed. The debate is gonna be regarding Hamashiach, whether Hamashiach is equal to the Most High. Personally, I think that's the elementary debate. I really think that that debate can be killed and summed up with just really one precept. But we go get into it because it will be edifying for some people who may be confused or who don't know. So once I get the confirmation on that, we're gonna start posting the flyers. Definitely tune in. You got family members who are not in the truth, who are still in Christianity, definitely send them that link. Let them come in and hear the strong reasoning, and weigh the matter out. All right, so that's going to be coming on the 10th. On the 10th, but again, I do have to confirm that. All right. Now getting back to everything. So, today, y'all probably heard about it. We have our ass of the week. Okay, who here has heard about the woman in Houston that that got hit in the head with the brick? Who here has heard about that story?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Shemai, you ain't heard about that?
Uh-uh.
All right, so this is coming from your neck of the woods, brother. A woman in Houston, Texas, right? She's become internet famous, not just internet famous, but it even hit the national news as well. Well, I don't know if it's national news. I forget the TV station that I seen it. All right, so I see a lot of nopes. Well, I see a con. All right, look like Captain Shaquat done heard about it. All right, but this happened in Houston, Texas. So a sister got hit in the head with a brick. So now, if y'all seen the title of the class, I deliberately titled it like that for a reason, because we live in an age right now where plenty sisters, whether in the truth, not in the truth, well, not so much in the truth, I'm going to say outside of the truth, say that they don't need a man. Okay. Zahara said that was not a sister. Okay, that's a heathen. Okay, Khan. I was unaware of that. The water for shedding the light. The water for shedding some insight on that. However, nevertheless, we live in a culture right now. Officer Yawasop said, think might be Kush though. Okay, Khan. And then Shaquat said Ethiopian. All right, Khan. All right. So all praise to the Most High that it wasn't a sister. All right. All praise to the Most High. But nevertheless, our sisters do put themselves in some sticky situations and then look for us to get them out of trouble. Now, I don't know about brothers in the chat or you brothers. I'm pretty sure y'all don't experience where we'll be out at camp. We will speak to someone, speak to namely a sister. Hey sis, how you doing? And the sister won't even take the time to acknowledge us. These a lot of times will be the same sisters that once they get into something, they gonna be looking to us to save them.
Facts.
Right? Same sisters that talking about they don't need no man. I don't need a man. I can do it. Them gonna be the same sisters. When everything go down, they gonna be looking for a man. Right? In fact, let's get a precept real quick before I jump into this video. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Y'all know what I want?
I got
Let's
one.
Isaiah, what, 3?
Yeah, Con.
Yeah.
No, not 3, not 3, not 3. I want 4. Isaiah 4 and 1.
Okay.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
All right. Hey, when they go down, they gonna be looking for a man. And I mean a reality, whether y'all choose to accept it or not, women outnumber men.
Say that again.
A fact. Women outnumber men. The scripture says it's gonna be 7 women, and they are gonna be clinging on to one man. 7 women clinging on to one man. So I'm not gonna get into that because that's definitely not what the lesson is about. That's really not where, although we could get into that, I'm not going to. So I'm just going to show this clip. In fact, I got a couple clips to show y'all this evening. All right. And we go break this down. We go talk about it. Of course, we go get some scriptures and we go line everything up. Because let me get one more. Let me get the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. Let me get one more before we bring this video up.
You said Hosea what?
Hosea 4 and 6, Baba Kasha.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
See,
because
our people are destroyed. Salakia, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. All right? A lack of knowledge. A lack of knowledge, knowing how to conduct ourselves. Yo, we did in one class where we talked about the sister who went to Saudi Arabia. Salakia, what? Saudi Arabia, where the sister went and she got mouthy and got tossed in jail. Dubai, Salakia, the water. Mm-hmm. We did that story about the sister who went over to Dubai and got thrown in jail because she is running her mouth because she does not know how to conduct herself.
Right.
She got thrown in jail as a result. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Our sisters don't know how to conduct themselves. Our sisters don't know how to handle themselves. Our sisters don't know how to talk to a man. Point blank, period. Right? We are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play this clip first and let y'all see this.
I want y'all to do. I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face.
All right, so this is after the incident. So apparently she says that a man asked her for her telephone number. She told the man no, and because she told him no, he picked up a brick and he hit her in the face with it. That's her story. Right? And now y'all can see her face. Her face, hey, she swole. It's bad. Right? Let me finish playing this. Oh, let me play it again. Hold on. Look at her face.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a. Yeah, this man hit me. He grabbed a rock and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? What do y'all see? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something.
All right. Now, I want y'all to remember those words, right? First, she said, this man hit me in my face with a brick, and none of these black men did nothing. She panned her camera around. She made sure to get all of the brothers in her video. None of these brothers, none of these black men did anything. I want y'all to remember that. that now she's complaining that no black man did nothing to help her. They sat there and watched her get smashed in the face with the brick. Now, first of all, I don't condone it. We got to put that out there. We do not condone putting your hands, putting your feet, putting no object on a female. We do not condone that. Not in any way advocating that this is acceptable behavior. I am not. I have daughters. I have 3 daughters. So now, me personally, if a man was to put his hands on any one of my daughters, it's gonna be problems. It's gonna be some serious problems. So I'm not advocating that. But that being said, I've got to let y'all see this next video. Because again, just really quick, she said none of these black men did anything. Right? Those was her words. None of these black men helped. These black men just stood around and watched this man pick up a brick and smack me in the face with it. So now let's see this next video. What did Yawasop say? And he said, all jokes aside, heathen or not, we don't condone hitting women with bricks, especially if it's only because he got rejected. Can't. That's a fact. Heathen or not, we don't stand on that. I don't care. I mean, because she said that you can't get her number, but it's deeper than that, y'all. Right? We got to examine and look at the whole matter. Happy shall be y'all shop. Happy shall. Oh, y'all crazy. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get into this next clip. And now I want y'all to tell me after y'all seen this first one. Again, not condoning nothing, but y'all seen the first clip. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one.
Every black woman is kissing another black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones and the two. It's not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess.
All right, so hold up though. Hold up. So in the video where she got smashed in the face with a brick, she crying that no black man helped her. She's looking for black men to help her. The same black men that she just said aren't even protectors. Why are you looking to black men when you was just downing us? Hold on. I got to play that again. And then right before that, did y'all hear what she said? She was advocating lesbianism.
Right.
So let's look at it again.
Happy Pride. I hope every black woman.
She said happy pride. She said happy pride, and I hope every black woman is kissing another black woman.
We are the innate protectors, the providers.
She doubles down and says, we are the protectors and the providers. If that's the case, why are you now looking to black men to help you after someone hit you in the face with a brick? Why didn't you handle it yourself? I'm going to continue.
We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones and the two. It's not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody. We provide, baby. Okay. So I hope you catch a girl tonight, because I hope I do. Ew. And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives without worried about niggas. Like, they were not worried about niggas. They were decentering men. So before there was feminism, there were lesbians. Hey, excuse me.
A few moments later.
Have I ever done to anybody in my life?
Oh shit. Oh man.
Yo, again.
Attitude changed quick, boy.
Hey, real quick though. He said she got stoned. Oh my god. Yo, but hey, in all seriousness, right? Are you sure she's female? She looks like a trans. She has vocal cords of a dirt bike. Y'all got jokes, man. Hey, Captain Canal said in another video, she advocate. Hold on. In another vid, she said she would never advocate for men, right? So now this woman who clearly had a disdain for men, right after she got smacked in the head with a brick, she is looking to the same men who she's downing to help her out. Now, I've got a problem with this. And I'm going to show you the reason why I have a problem with this. And before I do that, I Am Isaiah says, can't protect unrighteous behavior. It's a liability at that point. I agree. So now, here's the question, and it's a catch-22. If we, as being men of the Lord, and now we done already came out and said that we don't support putting your hands, your feet, no objects on women at all, right? We don't advocate that. However, which one of you brothers, any brothers, would have jumped in to try to help this woman? That's a sincere question. Would anybody have jumped in to try to help this woman? Because apparently the guy picked up the brick and he didn't just smack her in the face with it right away. He kind of cocked it back and asked, what you gonna do? Before he chunked it at her.
Shalaki.
Go ahead, King.
So I don't know if you've seen the clip, but I seen the clip where she's shouting in some white dude's face and she smacks him and she walks off. She starts shaking her behind.
Mm-hmm.
In that aspect, when you doing something like that, I just look away. Because what happens after that is like, that's when you brought that to yourself.
Right? Okay. Con. The water. Thank you. All right. So now, in fact, I thought I had that video queued up, Boaz, the one that you're talking about, but I don't. I thought I did.
I sent you something. You got
did
all.
You? Oh, okay, Con. All right, all praises. All right, so look.
Hey, Salaki.
Hey,
my bad.
Hold on, King. Y'all about him outside Bracketah.
Y'all about him outside Bracketah. Hey, look, my bad. I know I said don't bring me up, but hey, I got the video of the witness if you don't have that. I already got it queued up if you want it.
Okay, yeah, come on, bring it up. Bring it up.
All right, come on. All right, hold on. Let me know when you want to start.
Let's get it.
All right.
Who was there and did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually asking the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving the attention that she was actually seeking for. I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at some of the videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. I don't regret standing up for her. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying that any man have a right to hit a woman, especially with a brick. Nobody deserves that. By the end of the day, there's more to the story. She's not as innocent as she trying to portray herself to be. She wants attention. She's an attention-seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you guys have given her what she wanted. Yeah, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happens, I will watch. Because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him. I don't condone that type of behavior, but once again, she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be.
Hey, yo, see, when I first saw this video, somebody said, because I don't like when brothers do this, right? Well, she was, you know, y'all women don't, all y'all talk about is, you know, just that and the third. So why would a man, you know, a man's natural instinct, especially when it's an innocent woman of our people, not knowing that she's of our people or not. But if it's an innocent woman of our people, our first instinct is to do something. Right?
Fact.
So I hate when brothers be making it seem as though every woman that wears a head wrap, or matter of fact, forget the head wrap and fringes, every woman in general is this nasty, you know, attitude having, you know, probably deserved it type of woman. But that's what the brother said. At first he said the brother did say this, she probably degraded him and did such and such and such and such. And she went on there crying, saying, all I did was say no. Well, the brother just said she degraded that man and embarrassed him so much that he picked up a brick and hit her with it. Hey, man, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And see these be the stories that people don't see. And then again. So this same woman was just talking about men, talking about we're not the protectors, we're not the providers. And it seems that she has a history of doing this. That's what it seems like. She doesn't like men. Go ahead.
That's where because she got a name. She got a name, you know, and that's where that having a good name is better than gold, paraphrasing. You know, she's known for doing this, so ain't nobody gonna help her who know her. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, let's see.
Leave Karen.
All right, here's the video. I think this is the one of her slapping the dude. You tap. I don't know. It might not show. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna show. Boaz. Do you have it? Do you have it on another link?
Let me see.
All right. Okay, so now while you look for that, I'm going to bring up this other one, this other video, right? Because this is the reason why I have a problem with it. Because just like Captain Judah just came over here and said, it's our natural instinct to want to help a woman out. All right, that's our natural instinct. That's a man's natural instinct to react to something like that. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this video right here, but I'm just going to play it again. All right.
The hero who tried to stop an attack on a woman at the Lauderdale Lakes Walmart and was shot and killed.
Meanwhile, the suspect who worked at that store faced a judge today. Local 10 Sanella Savovic is live with our exclusive interview. Sanella.
Thierry Bastien was inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart when he saw a man beating up a woman. He raced in to help her out. He was killed for doing that right in front of his own family. Their lives have forever been changed now. This infant baby boy will now never get to know who his father was.
It's the songs that plays back in your head. It's the whole scene that plays back in your head.
It was supposed to be a simple shopping trip that changed Makia Ford's life forever. She watched her boyfriend, an infant baby's father, Thierry Bastien, get shot 6 times.
In the front of the baby and in the front of my kids and in the front of me. That's something I'm never, ever going to get over for the rest of my life.
Ford says she and Bastien witnessed a man beating up a woman inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart. No one tried to help the woman out, and Ford says Bastien came to her aid.
When he threw her down and he started punching on her is when he ran off to go help her. And I pulled him back and I told him to don't go. And he said he'd just go in to help.
Bastien and the alleged shooter, a Walmart employee who was off the clock, Tyrone Sterling, tussled, and investigators say Sterling shot him. Ford pleading with the shooter after the first shot to spare her boyfriend's life.
I had the baby in my hand. I was like, no, please, even if it's for the baby, even if it's for the baby. And he just stand over him and he just shot him.
Sterling was arrested Tuesday night and appeared in bond court today where he was denied bond.
Sir, you're charged with murder while engaging in certain felony offense.
For Ford, it won't bring the love of her life back, who she says was an amazing father.
He was really all about his family, working and taking care of his.
All right. So now y'all seen that. So we're have a dilemma. So this one woman who talks bad about men, advocates for homosexuality, is expecting black men, same black men that she disrespects, talks down to. She's expecting those black men to essentially risk their life to save her. We see this brother, a father, married man, goes to help out another sister who's being attacked by a man. This man shoots him 6 times. So now, women, ultimately, I don't care how y'all say y'all don't need a man, y'all good without a man. Like I said, when it hits the fan and it starts to go down, who y'all looking for? Y'all looking for your brothers. The same brothers who you will pass by at camp and not speak to. And I say it all the time. When the sister walk past me and hey sis, Shalom, how you doing? She don't even look at me. Won't even speak. Don't even give me a wave or a head nod or nothing. I'm like, this same sister, if one of these devils were to come and take off on her, she's going to expect for us to run over there and help her. I guarantee you that. That's what she would expect. And if we don't, then she's going to be like this other woman that said, all y'all black men standing around here and y'all didn't do nothing. Well, I'm like the one dude. Why should I come over there and help you? And you living wickedly, first of all. You're breaking the laws of the Most High. You're talking bad about men, the same men that you want to and expect to protect you. It's madness to me. It's madness. But give me that verse one more time. That Hosea 4:6.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will
Hey,
also forget thy children.
hey, my people were destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. That's why we got sisters out here twerking. That's why we got sisters out here talking about what color their orifices are. Our people are destroyed. And it's this same social media that keeps us destroyed. It's the entertainment that they put in front of us that keep us destroyed. It's the heroes that they want us to look up to that keep us destroyed. It's the clout, people chasing clout that keeps us destroyed. She videos her slapping men in the face, walking up and smacking them in the face. Right? So for this woman, she's gonna get it again.
Donkey! Donkey! Donkey!
3 times. Because she's a donkey 3 times over. And then go put up a video of her in the hospital crying about her face. So, with that, I want to go ahead and throw up this other video here. Or excuse me, Salakia. Before we get to the video, I've got to share on this date in history. So on September 6, 1913, right, on this day, a little more than 100 years ago, says 8 black men suffocate in prison cell, punished for not picking cotton fast enough. All right. How many of y'all know that this is still going on? The cotton picking. All right. Slavery is still going on to this day. But Shamar, go ahead, get into a little bit of this article for me, and then I'm gonna play this video.
All right, Con. On September 6, 1913, 12 black men held at a prison farm in Richmond, Texas, were placed in an underground cell as punishment for not picking cotton fast enough. 8 of those men died of asphyxiation. The cell was 9 feet long, 7 feet wide, and 7 feet high. The temperature outside near 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The only ventilation in the cell came from 4 small holes connected to pipes in the ceiling that were just large enough to admit a quarter. The next day, inspectors found that one of the holes had been plugged. Accused of laziness in picking cotton while being forced to work on a prison farm, all 12 men were left in this cramped cell overnight. 3 of the surviving men explained that they were each able to position themselves by one of those 3 working holes in the ceiling. The 4th survived by pressing his face against the crack at the bottom of the door. They cried out repeatedly to guards throughout the night. Men are dying in here, they yelled. The guards ignored them.
Salakia. So I'm pretty sure everybody is aware, but what does the 13th Amendment say? Y'all can put in the chat what the 13th Amendment says, or even, you don't have to put exactly what it says, but just basically give me a summary of the 13th Amendment. What year was slavery abolished in? Let's go. Let's take it there. What year was slavery abolished?
Don't have a year.
Slavery is abolished unless you commit a crime. Unless you commit a crime, slavery is quote unquote abolished. Now, the 13th Amendment, right? That's basically what it says. That if you are convicted of a crime, you can still technically be a slave. And so in the United States penal system, we have over 50% of our people that are incarcerated, 50% of so-called Black African Americans are in prison. 50%. So according to the 13th Amendment, really, we as a nation have not come out of slavery. We're still slaves. And Richmond is a Houston area.
Yes, the Houston area.
What's that? The Houston area. What's in there?
Richmond.
Oh, okay. Con. Right. So now watch this, because I got another video clip. Because y'all know that they still do that, right? They still have inmates picking cotton.
I know they do in Texas.
All right. So let's look at this.
Once you're there, you just get a bunk bed, you get a book, and you get to just sit there in boring silence for the rest of your days.
You asked me why I said slavery?
Let's go.
Have you ever seen pick cotton?
Nah.
Where have you seen pick cotton at?
Never in my life.
A slave, though.
Oh, slave.
I was sent to pick cotton. That's why I said.
Oh,
so
wait. So
I was sent to sit. All right.
I
ain't never seen nothing but a slave pick cotton.
Wait. So you have actually picked cotton off the cotton plant?
I have picked cotton off the cotton plant. Texas Department of Criminal Justice. You pick cotton off cotton plant.
Real life.
It ain't real life. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery unless you've been convicted of a crime. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I catch you.
I'm inventory. At the age of 17, a slave for the state of Texas to serve 8 years of servitude in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Now, why you say a slave? Because some people think that, hey, once you're there, you just get a bunk bed, you get a book, and you get to just sit there in boring silence for the rest of your days.
You asked me why I said slavery?
Let's go.
Have you ever seen pick cotton?
Nah.
Where have you seen pick cotton at?
Never in my life.
A slave, though.
Oh, slave.
I was sent to pick cotton. That's why I said.
Oh, so wait. So
I was sent to sit. All right.
I
ain't never seen nothing but a slave pick cotton.
Wait. So you have actually picked cotton off the cotton plant?
I have.
All right. Yo, give me that scripture again. Hosea 4:6. We're going to keep on drilling it. Hosea 4:6.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
People, our people, your people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Our people act the way that they act out here is because they do not know who they are. They don't know who they descend from. They have no idea that they are the people of this book, that this book speaks about them, that our slavery was prophesied for our disobedience, that we was going to go into slavery. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because we don't want to turn back to the laws and the commandments. Right? It says that the Most High, in fact, keep on reading.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Because our people continue to reject knowledge. And so now we deal with people now that like to come against us and say that you guys are not the original people of the book. It's not you. Tell me how it's not. Tell me how the people that live in the Israel today, the whatchamacallits, how do the whatchamacallits fit any of these prophecies in this book? Now I'm going to play something else for y'all. Who here has heard about I think it's called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Yeah, that's what it's called. The Devil's Punch Bowl. Who here has heard about that?
I heard about it.
All right, Con. Who in the chat? In fact, let's get the brother's precept.
Isaiah 42.
Con. Let's get that. Who here in the chat has heard about the Devil's Punch Bowl? And I mean, we can go on and on and on, grabbing, different stories and different articles about the things that the atrocities that has happened to our people over the years. We can go on and on and on. I'm going to bring out some information about what happened to our people over in Germany. Where the whatchamacallits went through what they went through. Read that.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth.
Who are the people, Slakia? Who are the people that is tucked away, hidden off in prison houses? We just came with a statistic that 50%, I haven't looked at it recently, but the last time that I looked at the statistic, it was at about 48%. And about 48% of the so-called African American was incarcerated. We don't have to, or we're not going to get into the black codes and the things that, they enacted after slavery was abolished, which again, when we see the enactment of the 13th Amendment, it was enacted for one reason and for one reason only, and that was to keep our people perpetually in slavery. Because as soon as slavery was abolished, what did they start doing? They came with the vagrancy laws. If you was caught out after a certain time, you was taken to jail. You was a vagrant. When you look at a lot of the old laws on the books and just see what those laws were actually meant for, they was meant for us. For us and for us only. Not saying that, they didn't have some laws dealing with them. But again, overwhelmingly, the law was not for us. It is not for us. It continues to be used as a tool against us.
Shalakia.
Come on.
I got a precept that one.
Let's get it.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. This is exactly what Adwan is talking about as far as these laws and everything that they have set into play. The laws of the society that we live in, they're not meant for us. They don't do nothing for us, for real.
Right.
They don't help us one bit.
At all.
And even
so
though
now, go ahead, finish.
I was just gonna say, and even though we know these things, we still continue to act the way that we do, being destroyed for a lack of knowledge. But I yield.
Right. Destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Our people, they don't know. They don't know, and some of them know and just don't care, to be honest with you.
Right.
Some of them choose to be wicked regardless. Two-thirds, it is what it is.
And the thing about it is, like, those Jim Crow laws that they set up, like, especially after slavery, if you a black man, you ain't got a job, you going to jail. Get back on that slave train. Those laws ain't off the books. They just laying dormant for when they need it again. And I think they're going to use it in Jacob's trouble, to be honest, my opinion.
In fact, let's go there. Let's go there. Go to Jeremiah 30.
Okay. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. And
let's start at 1. Start at 1. In fact, hold on. Before you get that, I do want to bring this out, talking about the Devil's Punch Bowl. All right. So I didn't see nobody in the chat say they know what it is. All right. So again, disclaimer. Hey, fair use. I'm finna share this video. It's short. It's really not that long. It's only not even 2 minutes. All right. But these are things that we don't learn in school, that they don't teach in school. Hold on. I gotta let me get that again. I think some of it got missed. That tens of thousands of slaves or freed slaves, they wasn't slaves, they were freed slaves. Tens of thousands of freed slaves were forced into concentration camps. How come we don't hear about those concentration camps in school? How come we can hear we can hear about the whatchamacallit, but about the concentration camps that we was forced into, how come they don't teach about that? When you ask, how does any of biblical prophecy relate to the whatchamacallits, what do they want to say? They always want to bring up 19, what was it? 48 or 1940? 48 was the declaration, the Balfour Declaration.
Oh, yeah. I think it's 48.
Right? Yeah. So, but prior to that, right, that time period of World War II, which stemmed or was basically a result of what Hitler was doing, that's the only thing that they go back and point to. But any of the other curses, we don't see it. They can't relate none of the prophecy, Bible prophecy, to themselves. They only bring up the Holocaust, but that's not even biblical. That's not even in the Bible. So, but Boaz, you brought up Jacob's trouble, right? So let's get into that. Jeremiah 30, and go ahead and start at start at verse 2, actually.
Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 2. Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book.
Mm-hmm.
For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and Judah, saith the Lord, Slakia. And Judah saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
All right. So now some people are trying to say, like, oh, this happened with Nehemiah and Ezra. All right. I've heard some people try to, say that this has already been fulfilled in Nehemiah and Ezra's day. Right. And to a small degree, it was. To a small degree. But Shemaiah, grab Job 11 and 6.
It's the book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 6. And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is.
All right. So first of all, yes, that does apply to Nehemiah and Ezra's day, but this is also speaking to something much greater. Right? Boys, read that again, verse 3.
Kai. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah.
Right, come on.
For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice trembling of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
All right, let's get 7.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
All right, so it says that it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So one thing that we do know is that when we do go through Jacob's trouble, and I want y'all to bear with me for a minute. We know that it's going to get bad. We know that the scripture says it's a time that it has never been seen. This be a time, something that has never been seen before. Well, you know, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it. But we've been going through troubles. As a nation of people, we've been going through troubles. In the Apocrypha, we can see where they threw our women off of the walls. We can see where our people tried to keep the Shabbat and they were burned for it. We can see in the scriptures where our people had to turn and eat their own babies. Right? They had to eat their own young ones to survive. So this is why schools are trying to smash CRT. I don't know what CRT is. Oh, critical race theory. Okay, yeah. Con. So even when we look at slavery itself, what happened to our people during slavery? How our babies were used for alligator bait. This is documented. Now we're looking at something where tens of thousands of our people were put into concentration camps. In fact, let me just finish this video before I continue. Hold on, I want to get that real quick. What that said. All right, I'll read it because I know it's kind of small. But it says, "Did you know after and during the Civil War, millions of free black people were funneled into concentration camps in America and killed through forced starvation and other means? In Natchez, Mississippi alone, officials estimate that over 20,000 free black people were killed in the concentration camp called the Devil's Punch Bowl. To this day, this grove grows beautiful peaches that no one will eat because they know what fertilized them." Do we learn about that? in history. You know, the whatchamacallits always want to talk about the millions of them that died. How about the millions of us that died and that are continuously dying? How about the millions of us that are still in prison cells, that are still being used for forced labor? How about the millions of us that are not given any rights because of prison sentences, probation, because of convicted felons? This country has not made good to the children of Israel, the true children of Israel. And they omit what they actually did to us. I mean, we can go on and continue, but with what exactly all took place, but I want y'all to go and look that up and find that out yourself. Start looking at the history, man. And if it don't make you mad, then I would go ahead, Shemaya.
And another thing that each judgment, each time there's a judgment, it set precedents, whether good or bad. And then the Proud Boys leader, he got 22 years in federal prison, and he wasn't even there in January 6th. They said they sent him to prison for what he said, and I think that's profound for us because we tell them all day long, yo, you the devil and you the border of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? I think since they did that, they're gonna start trying to use that shit against us. I bet.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't put nothing past this country. I don't put nothing past this devil at all. And again, we know that we are going to go through a period that is referred to as Jacob's trouble. A time period that is referred to as Jacob's trouble. We're going to see that. But we have to have hope and faith that we know that the Most High is going to bring us out of that. Read verse 9. Or still like at verse 8.
So Boaz?
Yeah, Con.
Verse 8. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and I will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Right? It said, man, we know that at the end of going through what we got to go through, the Most High is going to deliver us from this. We have to have faith and hope. In fact, our hope is in that. Our faith is in that. And this is what I'm saying. As far as this book pertaining to the whatchamacallits, then let's say, I hope they know. Con. when did, if, and this is what I need people to think about. In fact, read verse 9.
Kind of one. Verse 9. But they serve the Slakia, but they shall serve the Lord their God and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them.
Who's that talking about? Who's that talking about? He's going to raise up David their king.
I know, but I'm not answering.
In the chat, real quick. Who is that talking about in the chat? I know we got the delay.
Yeah, somebody they got it at a one. We just gotta wait for it to come in.
Okay, yeah,
There
that
you
is
go.
Christ. All right. All praises to the Most
I
High.
was just about to say that brother was coming with it. I was just about to say that.
All praise to the Most High. All right.
Right.
That's talking about Christ. Right. It says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith, yeah, the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them." Hey, the whatchamacallits don't even believe in Hamashiach. How's this referring to them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I take that back. They say that he's on the earth walking around right now.
Uh-oh.
That's what they say. They say they know who he is.
Uh-oh. Don't.
I got a question though. How then is Israel hosting the largest gay parade in the world? Because this says right here, it says, "But they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them." So if their supposed Messiah is here now, and they're supposed to be serving their God, how is it so much wickedness going on over there? Someone got to explain that one to me. You got to make that make sense.
They can't.
All right. Read verse 10.
Slakia.
You had a precept?
Verse 10. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity.
Yo, that's what we're waiting on right now. We're waiting to be saved out of the land of our captivity. But our people have gotten so comfortable over here in Babylon. Our people are too comfortable. We haven't gone through enough. We haven't gotten to the point to where we're saying, crying out to the Most High. And I'm not saying advocating for anybody to actually go get sackcloth and put ashes on them, but we're not fasting, calling for a fast, praying, beseeching the Most High to get us up out of here. We're too comfortable.
Right.
So we're going to have to go through some hard times to make us, hey, we need the Most High. To where we're fasting. And the way things is going right now with bricks and everything else that's happening, inflation. I mean, you can start seeing all these things, starting to come to a head. You can see all this stuff starting to play out. Does that mean that I seen a long time ago that it says, I wonder what part of the book of Revelation I'm going to see today. But it's not just in the book of Revelation, it's throughout the whole entire book.
Right.
These prophecies is given to us throughout. It says, verse 10, it says, therefore fear thou not. So number one, we haven't been given the spirit of fear. That's number one. We have not been given the spirit of fear. So we don't look at all these things and be like, oh man, and be spooked about it. No. I mean, in fact, when Joseph went to Egypt, what did he do? He prepared. Before the famine came, he prepared. Yo, before David went and fought Goliath, what did he do? He prepared. He was practicing killing bears and lions. He said, man, I don't already killed a bear. I don't already killed a lion. I ain't worried about this giant. You think that was the first time David ever picked up a stone in a sling?
Right.
Lie. So now, by that same token, if we know all these things are going to be happening and we know all this stuff is coming down the pipeline, what should we be doing? And I say this to brothers all the time. Are you preparing your body physically? First, number one. So, hey, let's say something happened and you didn't have your vehicle. There was no gas. And you had to get 2 miles away. Or you had to make it 2 miles to get back to the house to get to your family. Are you physically able to do that? You got 16 minutes to get 2 miles. Are you physically able to do that? So now, because we don't have a spirit of fear, first of all, we know that the Most High is with us. We know that the Most High is not just going to leave us out there, but we still have to prepare ourselves for it.
Right.
Hey, even, in fact, grab Luke real quick. Luke 20. Give me, oh, no, not 20. Luke 21. Give me Luke 21.
What verse?
Give me verse 20.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Mm-hmm.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Right? Hey, so look, even Yahushua was giving them warning. He was preparing them already. Hey, look, when this happens, and y'all know what's about to go down, hey, you're going to have to depart. Now, would they have been able to make that trip if they was not in shape to do it? Nah. Keep on reading.
Verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
All right. Hey, so now look, I'm going to tell you. Hey, this was part of Jacob's trouble as well. These are the days of vengeance. When Jerusalem was destroyed, when the Roman armies came in, they said, hey, the streets was full of blood. When the Roman armies came through. Can you imagine the street just being full of blood? Can you imagine just seeing dead bodies laid out in the street? Now, are y'all prepared for something like that? Are y'all prepared for when they send armies through to come and gather people up, to come round people up? Are you prepared? Do you have food set up? I mean, are these? It says, I'm out of shape, but I think I can make 2 miles in 16 minutes. I ran at 6 miles in my 20s. Brother, you is not in your 20s no more.
Right.
You are not in your 20s no more. Hey, but for real, all jokes aside, man. Hey, brothers should seriously go out and see, man. Just time yourself. See how long it takes you to do a mile. For real. All right. We are supposed to be, we supposed to be fasting. We got the Day of Atonement coming up. How many people have been fasting, preparing yourself for the Day of Atonement? Where you go from sundown to sundown with no food or water. Have you been preparing yourself? How many times have you fasted this year? How many times have you fasted this month? Man, we are too comfortable over here in the land of our captivity. And we that are in the truth, we that are actually walking by this Bible, and we're using this as our roadmap. You know, hey, Gary be saying it all the time. Hey, we got the cheat code. We actually got the playbook. We got the playbook. We know the plays that's going to be run. You know, like, hey, back in school, they used to do the cheat sheets. Or, I don't know about y'all, but like the teacher would, before the exam, he'd give us everything that was going to be on the test. He'd give it to us. All we had to do was study. Okay. He wouldn't let us use notes because he'd give us everything that's going to be on the test. Said, right. I was literally thinking about this earlier. That's the spirit. Jacob's trouble for real coming. Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. And and it's not to spook you. It's not saying it to spook you to get all scared about it. Like, no. Hey, because if you know what's going to happen, you can already prepare your mind for it.
Get prepared.
Right. You prepare yourself for it because you already know. In fact, let me grab give me that 1 Thessalonians. Is it 1 Thessalonians I want? Yeah, First Thessalonians 5. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Read that again for me one more time.
Can I start at verse 3?
Yeah, Con.
Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child. And
Salagia, it's a lot of people talking about peace and safety right now. It's a lot of people thinking everything is good. It's a lot of our people out there making these stupid videos talking about, man, I don't even like to repeat the saying of the stupid girl because it's just so retarded. One of them says she stayed pregnant because I mean, it's just ridiculous what our people are entertained by, what our people are looking to. But it's things like this of our people in the media that got women thinking that they can just walk up and smack a man in the face and thinking ain't no repercussions go happen. Women thinking that they don't need a man. It's because of things like this that's keeping our people distracted. Point blank and period. Our people are distracted and they're not paying attention. But go ahead, read that.
And they shall not escape, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Yo, we're not in darkness. We have the playbook. We have the understanding. We know who Israel is. We know that we're the ones that are being persecuted. We know that we're the ones that they're going to come after. You know, I remember when I was still in Christianity and how they, you know, in the Christian church, they teach you about the rapture and like, oh yeah, you know, you're going to be raptured out of here and nothing is going to happen. And you're gonna be good. They teach you that the Antichrist. In fact, I was just talking with someone earlier who said that they think Donald Trump is the Antichrist. Say, oh yeah, but if he get assassinated, we'll know for sure.
They trip me out that they think it's just one man.
Exactly.
The Antichrist is just one man.
Yeah, it's our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, like Hosea 4:6 said. Let's jump back real quick to Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 30.
Yeah, Khan.
Verse 11. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure. And and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
All right, come on.
For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast not, thou hast no healing medicines.
Hold on for 1 second. Boaz, take over for me real quick.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna read on. It says, all thy lovers forgotten thee, they seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. So because our sins increased, right? Ever since our forefathers, we've been sinning since then, since we left out of Egypt. And we just continue to sin. And as time went on, of course, the curses came upon us. We went into captivity by our enemies. We were destroyed in that. Like Adawan was bringing out, being destroyed, a lack of knowledge, right? Now we being chastised by our enemies. And it's been going on for years. It's been going on for centuries, to be honest.
That because we'll get right, then we'll backslide, get right, backslide, get right, backslide, to the point you like, okay, you gotta learn the hard way. Like, you really have to learn the hard way.
Facts.
So and this is the hard way for us.
All right.
Being at the bottom, being chastised by our enemies,
right,
day in and day out. Like, that's crazy.
But this is what we have to go through, because this is the refinement, right? Grab me get Sirach 2, and I think I want verse 4. Because even though this is going on and we got to go through this, there's a reason why we have to go through what we're going through. That way we're able to get the kingdom. Because the Most High, he's not just going to give us the kingdom just like, there you go, you can have it, right?
Yeah,
read that in Sirach.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient.
Go ahead.
And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Right. So we gotta be patient when we change to a lower state. We gotta realize that the most high, he got us at the end of the day. He chose Israel for a reason, for his reason, right?
God, let me get a precept.
We gotta work for it. We do gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? But you do also realize that we are his chosen people.
Let me get a precept.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, starting at verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace has been tried, them and received them as a burnt offering. So these trials and tribulations that we going through, the Most High is putting us through the fire, but he's bringing us out and molding us.
Mm-hmm.
So he keeps dipping us in the fire, bringing out, molding us. So everything that you're going through is for a reason. He's molding you. He's molding you to be worthy of the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? I got another precept real quick.
That's good. That's a good point you made.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, and verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good for them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose. So everything that you're going through is for a reason. You being molded. Everything you're going through, you being molded. So that's why you should be happy when you get chastised, because it's for a reason, and that reason is to make you fit for the kingdom of heaven.
Salakia. I was just looking up something because you was talking about the gold being refined. Because I'm like, if we look at the process of how gold is refined, it's just like us, because the scripture says we're going to be refined as gold is refined. But it says, this is a Google search. It says the impurities are invisible from the outside. This is funny. I would put it like that, right? It says, so the goldsmith must patiently and intentionally hold the gold over the hottest part of his fire, liquefying it. Only then will the imperfections hidden within rise to the surface, so the refiner can carefully skim and dross until the surface is clear. Like that's a deep process.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right? This the same, like Google search how is gold refined by fire when you get the time and look at that information, man. This is deep for real. Because when you think about us being refined and going through the things that we going through, this is exactly how the process of gold being refined is, but for us. You back at one?
Kind, all praises. I'm back, but we are going to have to end it.
Okay.
Shut it down. But hey, those are some fire precepts, man. And everybody in the chat throwing up those fire precepts. Now I would just like to, end off with this. At the end of the day, we have to prepare ourselves mentally, spiritually, physically, all of the above, man. And we have to start coming together, as a nation. We have to come together as a nation, man, and actually start, really, not just in word, but in deed also, actually loving our brothers and loving our sisters, and just walking this thing out as in righteousness, and enduring all things, enduring into the end, man. That's what it is. We got to endure into the end. We got to push on. We got to persevere and take it on the chin and keep on stepping. You heard me? But you brothers got anything?
Kind of one.
Somebody got anything?
I just be prepared and stay girded, man. Go ahead, boys.
Okay. Just the closing precept. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
And with that, Israel, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
This is not a test.
black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.